to this new English lesson on أونروا TV. I hope it will help you learn English. I wish you good and useful time. Today's lesson will be about conditional sentences. We are going to learn how to form and how to use zero and first conditional sentences. أعزائي، سيكون درسنا اليوم هو الجمل الشرطية، وسنركز على نوعين من هذه الجمل: zero and first conditional sentences. Are you ready for the lesson? Alright, let's get started. What happens if we mix red and yellow? If we mix red and yellow, we get orange. Let's read the sentence. If we mix red and yellow, we get orange. Is there another possible answer? Can we get another color? Pink or purple maybe? No. Every time we mix these two colors, we get orange. This is a fact which is always true. Now, what happens if you throw a ball in the air? What happens? Good. If you throw a ball in the air, it falls down. The Earth's gravity pulls everything down. This is a scientific fact which is always true. Whenever you throw a ball in the air, it falls down. There's no other option. Now, what happens if you boil water? If you boil water, it turns into steam or it evaporates. This is a scientific fact which is always true. Whenever you boil water, it turns into steam. There is no other option. Now, what happens if water becomes too cold? If water becomes too cold, it freezes or it becomes ice. It turns into ice. This is a scientific fact. All around the world, water freezes when it becomes very cold. This is 100% true. Now, let's have a close look at the sentences. If you mix red and yellow, we get orange. If you throw a ball, it falls. If water gets too cold, it freezes. All these sentences are zero conditional sentences. They express facts which are always true. Now, let's have a close look at the first one. If we mix red and yellow, we get orange. Now, the sentence has two parts. The first part, if we mix red and yellow, this is called the condition. It is the part that has F. Now, what happens if we mix red and yellow? We get orange. This is the result. So, we have a condition and we have a result. When the condition happens, the result follows. One more example. If we throw a ball in the air, it falls down. We have the condition, the part of the sentence that has F, and we have a result. When the condition happens, the result follows. إذن لدينا شرط ونتيجة تترتب على هذا الشرط. Now, look dear students, the two parts of the conditional sentences can change places and the meaning stays the same. Look, we say, we get orange if we mix red and yellow. The two parts of the conditional sentence can change places and the meaning does not change. Now, notice the use of the comma. When we begin with F, we need the comma. When we use F in the middle of the sentence, we don't need a comma between the condition and the result. Now, let's have a look at the verbs. We have two verbs, one in the condition and another in the result. Let's first look at the verb mix, the verb in the condition. What tense is mix? Great. This verb is in the present simple tense. What about the other verb, get? What tense is that? This verb is also in the present simple tense. So we have present simple tense in the condition, and we also have present simple tense in the result. And remember, we form the present simple tense with the infinitive plus s for the pronouns he, she, and it. So we can say, if she mixes red and yellow, she gets orange. If he mixes red and yellow, he gets orange. Let's have one more example. If we throw a ball in the air, it falls down. Let's look at the verb throw. What tense is that? Good. This verb is in the present simple tense. What about the other verb, the verb in the result? False. What tense is that? This verb is in the present simple tense. So again, we have present simple tense in the condition, and we also have present simple tense in the result. Now, in zero conditional sentences, the sentences that express facts which are always true, if can be replaced with when. Look, we can also say, when water gets too cold, it freezes. If water gets too cold, it freezes. The same meaning. If we mix red and yellow, we get orange. If can be replaced with when, and we can say, when we mix red and yellow, we get orange. Now, dear students, let's revise what we have learned so far. We use if or when plus present simple tense in the condition and present simple tense in the result for facts and statements that are always true. We call these type of sentences zero conditional sentences. They are the sentences that express facts which are always true. Now, it's time to practice. This is our first activity. We are going to put the verbs in the correct tense. Let's begin with number 1. When winter ends, temperatures begin to rise. This is a fact which is always true. So, this is a zero conditional sentence. And as we said before, we have present simple tense in the condition and present simple tense in the result. So, can you correct the verb end? What's the correct answer? Great. The verb is ends because winter is singular and we need the third singular s. The sentence will be, when winter ends, temperatures begin to rise. Let's move to the next one. When spring arrives, everything in the garden starts to grow. This is also a zero conditional sentence. Try to correct the verb start. Everything in the garden express something singular. So what is the correct answer? Great. When spring arrives, everything in the garden starts to grow. Present simple tense. Next one. Okay. When summer approaches, flowers appeared everywhere. This verb is incorrect. Can you put it in the correct form? And notice again, we have a zero conditional sentence. What is the correct answer? Great. When summer approaches, flowers appear everywhere. Present simple tense in the result, and we have present simple tense in the condition. Next one. When summer changed to autumn, trees produce their fruit. Now, we want to correct the verb change. Look at the sentence carefully and try to correct the verb. What is the correct answer? Great. When summer changes, we have present simple tense because this is a zero conditional sentence. Summer is singular, so we need the third singular s. When summer changes to autumn, trees produce their fruit. Now, this sentence, when winter returns, the temperatures dropping and the leaves fall from trees. What is the correct form of the verb dropping? This verb is incorrect. Great. We need the verb drop. When winter returns, the temperatures drop and the leaves fall from trees. We need a verb in the present simple tense because this is a zero conditional sentence that expresses a fact which is always true. Now, do you want to learn about other types of conditional sentences? Okay, wait for us after the break. Dear students, welcome back. Now, what will you do if it rains tomorrow? What will you do if it rains tomorrow? For me, if it rains tomorrow, I will stay at home. I will stay at home. Now, dear students, are there any possible answers? Do we have other options? Of course we have. If it rains tomorrow, I will wear my coat and go out. This is another possible result for the same condition. And we have other possible answers too. If it rains tomorrow, I will take my umbrella. So, dear students, we have the same condition and different expected results. Let's look at this sentence. If you go to London, you will see Big Ben. Big Ben is famous, and most people who go to London visit Big Ben. But I'm going to ask you a question. Can you go to London and do not have the chance to see Big Ben? Yes, maybe, because this is not a fact which is always true. This is an expected result. And notice, again, the two parts of the conditional sentence can change places. So we say, you will see Big Ben if you go to London. The meaning is the same. Let's look at these pictures and read the sentence. If you don't hurry, you will miss the bus. Now, missing the bus is an expected result for this condition. If you don't hurry, you may miss the bus. But sometimes you are late and you don't miss the bus. This is not a fact which is 100% true. Look, we can express the same meaning like this. You will miss the bus if you don't hurry. Notice the use of the comma. Now, let's look at the sentence more closely. If it rains, I will take my umbrella. Let's look at the verb rains. What tense is that? Good. This verb is in the present simple tense. What about the verb will take? The verb in the result. What tense is that? We have future simple tense or will plus infinitive. So, dear students, in this type of sentences, we use present simple tense in the condition and we use future simple will plus infinitive in the result. Let's have another example. Let's read the sentence first. If you don't hurry, you will miss the bus. Let's look at the verb don't hurry. What tense is that? This verb is in the present simple tense, but this is a negative form of the present simple tense. What about the verb will miss? What tense is that? Good. This verb is in the future simple, will plus infinitive or will plus the base verb. So, dear students, in this type of conditional sentences, we have present simple tense in the condition, we have future simple tense in the result. Now, let's look and notice these sentences. If it rains, I will stay at home. Will can be contracted like this. If it rains, I'll stay at home. If you don't hurry, we will miss the bus. We can contract it and pronounce it like this. If we don't hurry, we'll miss the bus. Now, let's revise all what we have learned so far. Conditional sentences type 1. We use if, not when, present simple tense, and future simple tense. Present simple tense in the condition, and will future in the result. Why? To express something that may happen in the future. We use conditional sentences type 1 to talk about expected results. Now, dear students, we'll stop for a short break and we'll soon be back. Stay with us. Dear students, welcome back. Now, somebody is trying to give this boy a piece of advice. He says, if you don't stop eating, you will be sick. Now, we can express the same meaning like this. Unless you stop eating, you will be sick. Let's have another example. Look at the picture and let's read the sentence. Elephants do not attack people if they are not protecting their young. Again, elephants do not attack people if they are not protecting their young. We can express the same meaning like this. Elephants do not attack people unless they are protecting their young. And one more example. We don't use this room if we don't have visitors. We can say, we don't use this room unless we have visitors. So, unless has the same meaning of if not. They have the same meaning. Let's discuss this sentence. I will be on time unless the bus is late. We have the condition and we have the result. What does unless mean? The result will happen if the condition doesn't happen. We will be on time if the bus is not late, unless the bus is late. Now, let's revise the two types we have learned. We have learned about the zero conditional sentences and first conditional sentences. We use zero conditional sentences for facts that are always true. And we use type 1 conditional sentences for possible results or expected results. Now, what about the form? In zero conditional sentences, we can use either if or when. Present simple in the condition, present simple in the result. In type 1 conditional sentences, we use only if, present simple tense in the condition, future simple in the result, or will plus infinitive. Now, let's practice. We are going to correct the underlined verbs. Let's begin with number 1. If we don't protect pandas, they be extinct. Now, read the sentence carefully. Is it a zero conditional sentence or type 1 conditional sentence? Does it express a fact which is always true? No. This is a type 1 conditional sentence. This result is expected if the condition happens. So, we have present simple tense in the condition. We should have future simple tense in the result. So, the correct verb is will be extinct. If we don't protect pandas, they will be extinct. Let's move to number 2. Okay. If it was sunny, I will go to the coast. If it was sunny, I will go to the coast. This is an expected result if the weather is sunny. Can you correct the verb? Great. The correct answer is, If it is sunny, I will go to the coast. We have present simple tense in that condition, and we have future simple in the result. Next one. This is a dialogue between the teacher and Dream. The teacher asks a question. What happens when you drop a stone in water? What happens if you drop a stone in water? Can you answer? Good. The answer, it sinks. This is a fact which is 100% true, a scientific fact. So this is a zero conditional sentence. Next one. In this activity, we are going to choose the correct verb. See number 1. We don't go without you. Where are will be late. Again, we won't go without you unless you. Where are will be late. Remember, this is a first conditional sentence. We have present simple tense in the condition and future simple in the result. So what is the correct answer? Good. The correct answer is are. So the correct answer, we won't go without you unless you are late. Let's move to number 2. If you work hard, you will pass, or pass the test. This is a first conditional sentence. It expresses an expected result after a condition. We have present simple tense in the condition, future simple in the result. So what is the correct form of the verb? Great. If you work hard, you will pass the test. If you work hard, you will pass the test. Now, number 3. If we heat ice, it melts, it will melt. This is a fact which is always true. So this is a zero conditional sentence. Present simple tense in the condition and present simple tense in the result. And remember, it is singular. So what is the correct answer? Melt or melts? Great, it melts. If we heat ice, it melts. Now, in this activity, we are going to use unless instead of if. And remember, unless means if not. Let's read the sentence. They won't let you in if you don't have an invitation. Can you use unless instead of if? What is the correct sentence? Good. The sentence will be, they won't let you in unless you have an invitation. They won't let you in unless you have an invitation. Okay, dear students, we have learned about zero conditional sentences and type 1 conditional sentences. We use zero conditional sentences for facts which are always true, and we use first conditional sentences to express expected results. Now, I guess this will bring us to the end of our lesson for today. Thanks very much for watching, and goodbye.